Ever wish you could time travel? Well, these inventions might just make you feel like you have. From gadgets that seem straight out of sci-fi to solutions you never knew you needed, these are the innovations you have to see to believe. Let's get it on. This is a professional pipe polisher. What does it do? Well, the clue's in the name. This umbrella is actually for hot weather. It doesn't just shelter you from the sun, it also cools you down. So, you think you're good at speed reading? This book scanner can make you look like an amateur. How to hide those unsightly but essential things around the home. This bizarre-looking ball is the landmine killer, which tracks them down and minimizes the blow. A table tennis robot that seems to be able to beat anyone. This is clearly a huge contribution to robots rising up and enslaving humanity. Have you seen War of the Worlds? Well, this walking machine wouldn't have looked out of place in the middle of all that Martian death and destruction. But this is real.
Este es un removedor de corteza. Solado automático con el robot Clapa Floor Master. Una enorme aspiradora para aspirar enormes cantidades de basura.
The perfect invention for when the munchies hit. How to hide those unsightly but essential things around the home. This is the definition of using the space you have wisely. You no longer have to pump your own gas thanks to this auto fuel robot. It's not only a CNC router, it also has multiple tools. It's a motorcycle with an airplane engine. If Batman doesn't have one of these, then it's only a matter of time.
Este spray crea una espuma la cual trae toda la horrible suciedad humana a la superficie. Se siente como si este elevador de escaleras tendría que haberse inventado mucho antes de lo que se ha hecho. Así que, ¿tú crees que eres bueno leyendo rápido? Este escáner de libros puede hacerte parecer un aficionado.
In China, you can now charge your phone on electricity poles. At this point, anyone who's ever used a wheelbarrow is thinking, why didn't they invent that years ago? A tiny trash can that opens and disinfects itself. We all need one of these for our tiny trash. We've all had to ask someone to open a jar for us at some point. And why, when this helpful gadget exists? Yes, it's a small vacuum cleaner, but this one vacuums like it's on steroids. This post straightener does exactly what it says on the tin. An ingenious coin counter, and made out of cardboard. An invention that keeps water circulating, well, forever. Hydroelectric power generation, DIY style. A British Royal Marine tests a jet suit. Surely this must be on loan from James Bond. The Autostat Car Tower, or to put it another way, the most high-tech car park in the world. It's part roller skates, part bike, and completely confusing. You'd never have to fold your shirts again. Or go out. You just stay at home all day, folding things. This ingenious product covers and secures your car in a matter of seconds. Yes, it's a plastering robot, operated by a distinctly plastered-free man. Who needs an old-fashioned chainsaw when you've got one of these things? This is advertised as the ultimate tool for stump removal, and we can't see any reason to disagree with that. This rolling bridge is located in London. It's not quite as famous as London Bridge or Tower Bridge, but maybe one day. It's what everyone's been asking for. A bicycle that walks. Everyone's been asking for that, right? This Power Shop chair is more intricate than any of the engines it's designed to help you work on. A car fire blanket for putting out fires on a car that's on fire. Did you know knives could be round? Good. Me neither.
Cool.
If you're not a kung fu master, then this is definitely the best way to chop concrete blocks. It's a metal marker, kind of like a tattoo gun for robots. Mind you, when it comes to stump removal, this machine doesn't mess around either. If you've got a wheelchair, then this should definitely be your next purchase. A great way to beat the traffic. If there is any traffic in the middle of a lake. It's a tile stencil tool, and as you can see, it's extremely handy. Another chair designed for those that want to be, chairless? Moonwalkers are the first ever enhanced mobility device that enables you to walk at the speed of a run, not recommended for those who are accident prone. This is the Cyclone Surfer, for nerds who surf but don't like the beach. This transplanter machine is for fast, accurate planting, and it clearly does both of those things extremely well. Kindling doesn't stand a chance against the 8-splitter axe. Possibly the most efficient paint stripper you're ever likely to see. This simple device allows you to hold chain in place while repairing it. Just when you think you've seen every kind of gate there is. That's some impressive excavating on display from those, excavators. Whatever you do, don't get your foot in the way of this thing. This is a homemade anti-mosquito defense system. Some people have way too much time on their hands. How to take the misery and boredom out of lawn mowing. An emergency signal from the future. This is an underground refrigerator, because above-ground refrigerators are just so last century. Amphibious vehicles work in much the same ways as amphibious creatures, although they don't tend to give birth to tadpoles. This chamfering tool makes an even distribution for the cement or glue inside the joint. Here's a hidden function you might not know about. How to collect tennis balls using the Collectable K-Max. This is the Ego Power Shovel, which makes you think you're so strong that it does actually power your ego. This is a tire making machine, and that's what you're watching it do right now. This machine is designed exclusively to bend PVC pipes. A tool developed to make the soil all light and fluffy, like a big soil-based cake. These off-road skateboards are called vendettas, which is something the manufacturers of traditional skateboards might have if they get too popular. Want to be seen? Want to be invisible? This smart tint glass can do both. This is the Gravity Roller Spiral Conveyor, a modern twist on those old-fashioned conveyor belts. Road cleaning really shouldn't be a satisfying thing to watch, but this water spray cleaner makes compelling viewing. An ingenious pipe cutter. This guy has a completely unique way of making popcorn. This is the excavation system for people who work on offshore oil platforms. It may look like it's about to fall, but this thing is built for speed. Is it a life vest? No, there's a bit more to it than that. This, folks, is a remote control float. A seating system designed to be the way forward for theaters and convention centers everywhere. Stairs have been the nemesis of every wheelchair user, until now. The sea bin, an effective way to get rid of trash floating through the ocean. What's this? It's an all-terrain mountain board. Obviously. The kitchen sink of the future has landed. This is the knee seat, an invention anyone over 40 will immediately see the point of. Have you ever looked at a chain link fence and thought, these things must take forever to assemble? Well, you're wrong. The F6 manual holder makes what could be a very annoying job ridiculously simple. This is known as smart parking, and you can see precisely why. And here in China, there's an equally ingenious automated parking system. This is an automatic car sunshade. It shades your car from the sun. Well, what did you expect it to do? A truck with a difference. The rear end is also a door, and the door is also its rear end. The foldable home, for people who take the phrase moving house a little too literally. This is the material used to make iPhone cases, and a demonstration of its shock-absorbent qualities.
Not drink.
This is the rare Star apple peeler and slicer. They also make a machine that can eat it for you. No, not really. This is a VTOL, or vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. It can move just like a traditional UFO without the unfortunate habit of abducting humans and cattle. Digital tape, which measures inside and outside surfaces fast and accurately. This example of stone-set paving shows just how much accuracy and intricacy can be achieved with the right tools. So, how do you lift sheet metal without the possibility of getting your fingers trapped underneath, with a whole lot of suction? Here's a self-mounted truck-loading forklift, a handy little gadget, I'm sure you'll agree. It's a trailer, it's a container, it's a tiny warehouse, and it's called the Hack and Lift. Trucks just aren't what they used to be. I've never seen one with a fully functional camp kitchen. What next, a shower? Flying over a formation of jets with your own wings. Not many people can say they've done that. An invention any homeowner can get behind, a wall painting machine. Yes, it's a flying bathtub for people who want to be clean and terrified at the same time. These multifunctional electrician's pliers are like an entire toolbox in one. Tricks of the trade and the handy tools that enable them. This tile cutter can cut large format tiles weighing 2 kilograms and spanning over more than 48 inches. This wood chipper certainly doesn't mess around. Keep all your dangling body parts away. Many years later, this is still a fascinating invention, and the format still fascinates music lovers everywhere. This amazing invention is an airbag vest, designed to keep old people safe after falls. This is the Aeromobile flying car. Wait for the big moment. And yet another invention for the homeowner who can't be bothered doing things around the house, a fully automated robotic kitchen. This homemade gyroplane is pretty impressive. I could quite happily spend all day on one of those, recording voiceovers as I float amongst the clouds. Yes, it's a jet engine-powered skateboard. And this is the lunatic who created it. A seriously clever device which enables you to print on the move. A tape applicator for covering those areas you really don't want to paint over. How effective is laser cleaning? Well, here's what it could do to that old key of yours that looks like it could give you a dose of tetanus. How to secure a potentially dangerous load. Truck drivers, take note. This is the bobsleigh, and here its first complete test on a flat surface, hard snow, and icy road. An engine-powered wheelbarrow, because why not? It's a wiggle board, and you move it by, well, wiggling, obviously. How to make a quadcopter using a simple pencil, and a serious amount of brain power. This vehicle is designed to drive in the wilderness, transport materials, and supply power in remote areas. This is the shovel plower doing the work of a whole lot of shovels. Here's something every boy and overgrown man-child would want: a hand remote control car. This is a dry wallpaper, and it's a pretty satisfying watch. Yes, this might look like something straight out of the Matrix, but it's all about keeping things level. This is a hands-free potato peeler for those who simply don't have the time, or don't have hands. Hang on, why does this bike look so weird? Oh yes, it's spokeless! Everybody who hates taking the trash out, which, let's face it, is all of us, should really pay attention to this ingenious product. It's a slicer, and it can slice anything you could ever conceivably want sliced. Yes, that's right, folks. They're hover shoes with glowing lights. Welcome to the future. What if your backpack weighed nothing? Even better, what if it floated? Yes, every sci-fi movie you've seen has suddenly become reality. It's a real-life invisibility shield. How much smaller can a computer mouse get? Well, this small for a start. Even the most active grandma wouldn't be able to knit this fast. A great time-saving device, but don't you think his left foot is dangerously close to it? If you want to cut metal roof panels, then this gadget is the way to go. This taping machine is specifically designed for short and medium-length wire windings. Well, that's certainly easier and less messy than some kind of trowel. This is called Car Dock, and it's an underground garage for your car. The Hobie Mirage is a paddleboard powered by a pedal system. Amazing! A self-cleaning toilet seat. This is from Poland, but why don't we have them everywhere? The Yike Bike. It's a bike, but it's a bit weird. This is the Manta 5 Hydro Bike, and this is what it does. It's an automatic hand washer. Because who's really got time to wash their hands after a toilet visit? Not me.
It's like a massage on your hands, and it's getting it so clean.
This giant all-terrain mech suit is designed for sport. But by the look of it, you could also use it for evil things like taking over the world. When you think of things capable of cutting metal, water isn't usually the first thing that springs to mind. This is a rotosensor hoeing machine and has an efficient hydraulic system that can work with many rotating or fixed connections. The Aircraft Caddy 15K aircraft tug is designed for moving small to medium-sized aircrafts up to 15,000 pounds in and out of tightly stacked hangars. The top cleaner poly removes the dust layer from the greenhouse in a safe and quick way. If you paid for a Ferrari, then investing in one of these car capsules probably isn't as insane as it might look. And here's another weird-looking portable bike called Stigo. The Arca board is an awesome-looking hoverboard for people who've always wanted to be a drone. Plug and plant, an awesome new way to grow your plants on your wall. This micro hovercraft has 4 air skirts, which are apparently not the kind of skirt Marilyn Monroe wore in that famous movie scene. Is it a new set of headphones by Dr. Dre? No, it's an ear cleaning system, probably by another kind of doctor. Agricultural equipment doesn't get more efficient than this. This is the Copter Pack, and a really effective way to beat the morning traffic. The Toro Procore 648 is using for aerating turf and improving soil conditions for healthier grass growth on golf courses and sports fields. This is a homemade circular sawmill, because everyone needs a hobby. This is called a wall jack. Clever, huh? This is the Cabrielevo, a strange but amazing looking bike. This is no ordinary sofa. This is the Optimus Prime of sofas. No garden? Well, 7 Sensors is a home planting device that lets you grow perfect plants in your home. Combining 2 different forms of cardio, the Glide Bike is a weird bike that lets you run instead of pedal. Just a nice ride around the town on the Neutron motorcycle. All electric, light-up stripes and rings, hubless wheels, you name it, the Neutron flaunts it. Are you interested in personal vertical flight? Of course you are. And this is how you achieve it, with the Lift Aircraft. Hey, why don't you stay over at mine? I've got a luxury, self-inflating, blow-up guest airbed cot. Said no one ever. From a wall to a car. Ladies and gentlemen, the world's fastest jack. The Risanta IPR40, plasma cutting at its finest. This is a hydraulic crimping tool. No need to attempt it with a blunt knife from your kitchen drawer. Struggle to hold your drill steady? This suction device, known as the Ruby Multi-Drill Guide, could help. A hassle-free invention to iron your clothes. And who doesn't hate ironing? This machine makes mincemeat out of logs. Well, okay, sawdust. Remember the days when paving was laid by hand? Well, that's so last century. Inform is a dynamic shape display that can render 3D content physically, so users can interact with digital information in a tangible way. If you use a wheelchair and love steampunk, then boy, do I have the thing for you. There's no other way to experience the freedom of movement than with the underwater jetpack, unless you can ask your local plastic surgeon to turn you into a fish. An adjustable ratchet tube cutter, making pipework jobs much easier, and making plumbers much less likely to use profanity. This multi-tool makes a Swiss Army knife look pretty pathetic. The Lie-Nielsen No. 4 smooth plane is considered by some to be the best plane ever made. It's like a car wash for the hair! The Las Vegas Sphere looking as amazing as ever with this basketball imaging. It's a bicycle ride for charity. A 7-seater bicycle ride for charity. Yes, apparently we live in a scene from the movie Minority Report. The laser keyboard is here! The Crapster CR200 demonstrating some on-land walking with full fabrication before its dive into an ocean engineering basin. And if you understood all of that, you've got a higher IQ than me. Yes, it's the thing that every school kid throughout history has dreamed of creating. A homework machine. And now, a blast from the past, an 1890s pencil sharpener. But there are, of course, many ways to sharpen things, including by water. A bottle watch for your wrist, a necessity for any busy alcoholic. For those of us who've ever melted our own flesh while using a soldering iron, this machine is like a gift from God. The next generation of scooter bikes. This is an exoskeleton suit prototype from Japanese innovation lab Skeletonics. Stuck in a traffic jam? Hum Rider is here to help. Ah, now that's more like it. A giant robot. That's the kind of thing you tuned into this video for, right? The Kenworth Rotodump can dump a heavy load anywhere, within a 180-degree arc. If you've ever wondered how a wave power plant works, then this is the clip for you. This mandolin slicer slices everything, with the possible exception of mandolins. This is how a shrink wrap gets, well, shrunk. Stud Finder isn't just an app to find attractive and ripped men in your area. It could also be referring to this gadget.
Here, and then we'll start from the other direction. we'll find the outside edge, so we'll make 2 marks, and then we'll know exactly where the center of the stud is.
The lino cut printmaking process. Pretty amazing. This thing is tailor-made for an evil genius from a Marvel movie. The flying robot is a step up from your average drone. No matter how many technological leaps forward we make, some people won't rest until they perfect the jetpack. This robot is being trained, but only to do nice things, not to kill us all. Well, not yet, anyway. It's a foldable mini camping stove, and I really do mean mini. These digital high-powered night vision binoculars are used by German soldiers and have a visual range of 8,000 meters. This was voted the best pole pruner of 2023, and you can see why.
So you're cutting.
Meet Spot, the Boston Dynamics robot dog. The Nimbus 1 is the perfect vehicle for one. Don't let anyone ever tell you that cardboard isn't an awesome invention. The prosthetic limbs of the future. A month ago, she tried her new left hand for the first time in her life, and now it's like a part of her. The Romoto trailer describes itself as the ultimate mobile living experience. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. The Landmoto Pro automatic car tent can fully cover your car and offer year-round protection, according to that well-written blurb. You've seen laser tattoo removal. Well, this is laser graffiti removal. It's exactly the same but with less creaming. The HTV Ront Auto Heat Press Machine. Tell complete strangers what you think by printing your thoughts on a t-shirt. The Augmented Reality Sandbox. A great tool for teaching about mapping and topography, and for students to learn to visualize in 3D. "3D printing with chocolate. Incredible. And I'm not just talking about the number of calories involved. He's finally invented the world's first truly lightweight backpack. Yes, it performs a simple task, but think how many man-hours and aching backs this machine can save. They say the most difficult thing about perpetual motion is hiding the motor, and this guy is clearly a master at it. The Pudo Robot Vacuum. Isn't he cute? He's like a little person that sucks on your carpet. The McDonald's Robot. The first robot that's in danger of being morbidly obese and developing heart disease. This all-terrain tracked carrier can be used to reach hard-to-access places in harsh conditions. Snow, mud, rocks, sand? None of these are an issue. A robot's natural home. A warehouse. Not that I'm patronizing robots, of course. This robotic bartender has high accuracy and precision of movement. Also, it never gets annoyed with drunken customers or wishes it had another job. Yes, it's a tiny, foldable electric bike, although you could probably walk to your destination by the time you've unfolded it. Portable espresso preparation. This way you never have to go any length of time without injecting caffeine into your bloodstream. When the beer cans are returnable and you don't want wood stain all over them. Humans have struggled to replicate Michael Jackson's moonwalk for decades, but for ladders, apparently, it's no problem at all. An incredible way to recycle plastic. It's Spot, the robot dog. And he's incredibly creepy! This new pre-crash safety system prototype uses an external side airbag deployed milliseconds before a collision. Clocky will jump off of your nightstand and run around beeping until you either get out of bed or destroy it. It's just a bike ride for charity, a 7-seater bike ride for charity. a self-made jack, and a very successful one. An innovative smart bin complete with disinfected machine. Well, now, things have gone a little too crazy. Apparently, motorbikes no longer need humans. This 6-axis robot arm has a variety of applications. It's enough to make you wish you could trade in one of your own arms and have one of these instead. Yeah, that's right. It's a robot puppy waiter making ice cream. We've all seen that before. The clothes folding machine. Your robotic mom. It's a Lego robot, and it's solving a Rubik's Cube, because some inventors have way too much time on their hands. This irrigation sprinkler can cover some serious distance. A blaster pump to unblock your toilet. Well, not just yours, any toilet. And how to shatter your piping. Who needs scissors when you've got a digital fabric cutting machine? A car that automatically walks with water. So, is it a car? My head hurts. A small fan powered by nothing? Who doesn't want a bed making machine? This should be available for purchase immediately. Yeah, just off to work in my flying car. Poser. Have you ever thought that bikes would be so much better if it wasn't for those pesky wheels? Well, check this out. A new type of brick for a new kind of wall. This is known as a Plex wall, with special bricks created to ensure no gaps in finished structures. This automatic wheelchair requires no hand controls. Amazing!
Just lean. That's it. You just lean. No hand controls. See if I can turn it. Oh, I'm twisting it. Okay, then once I want to finish, I can swipe on this thing.
This robot cleans solar panels, but is it solar powered? When the Beach Boys sang about good vibrations, they could have been singing about this concrete leveler. I mean, they weren't, but they could have been. This is a concrete core drill. because sometimes you just need a big hole. A demonstration of the new quad saw device, which some can drill square holes. And here's what happens in a flying car if things go wrong. It's a tandem rotor helicopter. How romantic. This impressive gadget is a remote control cable cam, and this is what it can do. The 360 automatic stir-fry cooker to save on all that tiring wrist action. It's a remote control tug, and that's pretty much all you need to know. The Open Box C Plus is the first retractable sliding curtain body system in Europe, an impressive and bizarre sight. This bicycle was clearly designed by Picasso. Who needs horses when you've got motorbikes to pull your chariot? Nail guns. Helpful and lethal in equal measure. Chopping wood is no longer done by a man wearing a check shirt and wielding an axe. This multi-mode sander can do anything you want, anywhere, and at any time. This device can be used for joining large pieces of granite, marble, stone, large format porcelain tiles, and glass. It's an electric ferry. It doesn't even need a captain, or a crew, or even passengers. This is a NASA moon rover, but it's not on the moon yet. It's searching for water in Hawaii. When you're a couch potato but still enjoy feeling the wind in your hair, or on your cap. It's a pulse jet ice sleigh, and this was their first test run. A Tesla charging robot, and is it just me or is it slightly creepy? If any one item was crying out for modernization, it was the wheelbarrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the next evolution of gaming. how to moss a lawn with style and efficiency. It's finally here! A powered screwdriver with a screw holder! Hallelujah! This is a joining machine, which is enough to make any joiner start worrying about their job security. The H-27 Panther can navigate slopes in the same way that we breathe oxygen, with no effort whatsoever. MDB's LV-1400 multifunctional machine can be controlled remotely or manually by an in-cab operator. This omnidirectional wheel can allow cars to glide sideways. Just what the world needed, an underwater robot snake. A no-kill bug catcher, for those of you who don't like that splat sound. Yes, it's a hell cycle. Or a motorcopter. Whatever you prefer. Because motocross riders don't put themselves in enough danger. It's a roll cage for dirt bikes. You kind of get the feeling this inventor was bullied at school, don't you? We could invent a variety of reasons for you to click subscribe, but the truth is we just want you to. Go on, become a part of the Retrocast Tech family.